So, I guess this is the point where I say, welcome to my channel. Sincerely, I didn't even know I was going to create this content today. Like, this wasn't planned. I didn't sit down with a content strategy or a how to grow on YouTube manual. Nah. I think I just got tired of overthinking what kind of creator I'm supposed to be in this space. And somehow that thought turned into this. So I guess this space is just going to be about me thinking out loud, about creativity, about life, about identity, the internet as a whole. The weird pressure of trying to become something online while also trying to remain yourself in real life. Honestly, whatever ends up living in my head long enough. I think that actually brings me to the gist of today. The whole faceless versus faced creator dilemma. Because sincerely, I do not think people realize how mentally exhausting it is to try and decide what kind of creator you want to become online. Especially now. Like, before you even post your first video, you're already overthinking everything. And I mean everything. Do I need to be faceless? Should I show my face? Am I energetic enough? And so on and so forth. Then you look online and most of the creators doing really well are faced creators. And suddenly it starts feeling like maybe your personality alone would not be enough. Maybe people need to see you to care about what you're saying. And honestly, that messed with me for a while, because I know myself. I'm not a really structured talker. I can't sit in front of a camera and tell you 5 steps to becoming successful on YouTube. That's not my kind of person. I basically just talk the way I think. One thought leads to another and another, and somehow I end up discovering what I actually mean while I'm talking. Just like I'm doing right now with you guys. And I think that's why trying to choose a niche felt so hard for me. Because every time I tried to become the right kind of creator, it started feeling less like expression and more like performance. And the funny thing is, if you told most people, regardless of whether you show your face or stay faceless, you're still going to win. Do you think they'll pick a faceless channel or a face channel? For some reason, I genuinely think a lot more people would go for faceless. Not because they're hiding, but because being perceived online is exhausting. People underestimate how difficult it is to exist publicly, especially on the internet. Sometimes you're not even fighting lack of talent anymore. You're fighting shyness, you're fighting fear of judgment. You're fighting the fear of looking awkward, sounding awkward, the fear of pressure and insecurities. And after fighting all of that internally, imagine entering the YouTube itself and suddenly there are more external things to fight too. Algorithms, reused content, what your thumbnails should look like, if your hooks are strong enough, what monetization will be like for you in the future. At some point it now starts feeling like, am I even allowed to create the way I naturally want to? And honestly, that part is exhausting too. Because sometimes you go into creating feeling very inspired. You have your ideas, you have your voice, everything ready. You've made your decision on the kind of niche you want to go into. But then, you are on your discovery path. And after watching, paying attention to the details
of what works and what doesn't. You come back doubting almost everything. Not because your idea is bad, it's not even about that. But it might be because you've seen the competition. Because trust me, there are a lot of good videos out there. Or it could even be about the recent YouTube crackdown. And the kind of niche you chose probably falls under the category of channels that are victims of this. That was one of the things I was really worried about because I knew I was going faceless no matter what. You know,
You doubt the niche you chose. You doubt your creativity. You doubt your ideas. And I think that's where I have been mentally for a while, trying to figure out whether I should create strategically or honestly, trying to figure out whether I should become the kind of creator that performs well or the kind that actually feels natural to me. And this is me, 2 channels later, still trying to figure out the kind of creator I want to be. Emphasis on figure out. Because trust me, I definitely do not have everything under wraps yet. I think a lot of creators are still figuring out themselves publicly. They're experimenting, failing, and reinventing themselves, all done publicly. And maybe that's why becoming a creator feels emotionally strange sometimes. Maybe that's the weird thing about becoming a creator, actually. You think you're supposed to have yourself figured out before you begin. But maybe some people actually figure out themselves, in the process of creating instead. And for me, I personally think I'm somewhere in between those lines. But I guess this is just the beginning. Up until recording this content, I still do not completely know what this channel is going to become yet. I just hope to figure it out. I hope we figure it out as we go.